Hey Aquarius, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. First card that we have out is King of Cups and the Hanged Man. Okay, interesting. So King of Cups and the Hanged Man can mean that like something's going on right now. Okay, so you can be feeling something because we have King of Cups here. So this is something that like you're witnessing, that you're experiencing, that you're feeling. And the way that you're feeling right now, you can be like, I feel like I'm seeing the whole thing. Am I seeing the whole thing? Is this the way that it is? The Hanged Man would suggest that you're not going to stay feeling the way that you are. So right, you can have something that's going on and your takeaway can be a certain emotional experience right now, or a certain even like evaluation of what it is that you're experiencing. Having Hanged Man says that like with some time, with some reflection, with sitting with this, there's going to be more that you're seeing and more that you're tuning into and more that you're feeling. So this is a recommendation for you to not be like, this is how I'm feeling and this is what it is, and like have it be set in stone. This is implying that it is not in fact set in stone. So even though what you're feeling like is all of what you're feeling right now, it may not stay all of what you're feeling. So again, like it's a reminder that as much as you're in your truth of what you're feeling currently, there's going to be like more that comes, more understanding and more perspective, especially where it's not going to be like maintaining the same exact framework that you have right now. It's kind of like there's a piece of something that you're seeing that, and you are legitimately seeing that, you are legitimately feeling that. However, the Hanged Man says that you're going to be like seeing more of the picture, more of what you're not perceiving right now. So it doesn't mean that you're not feeling what you're feeling right now. It's like meant to validate that, and also that there's going to be more that can sort of shift what it is that you're seeing. So yeah, a reminder to not set this in stone right now. So like this is also means like don't be making any judgment calls based off of this. Don't be making any decisions based off of this that would be something that would impact you long term, like those types of things, okay? Because this can be a moment, let me just use an example, where something happens and you get upset about it and you can feel like wanting to do something that maybe doesn't feel drastic in a moment because you're like, this is really intense what I'm feeling, but then later on you'll look back and be like, wow, I'm glad that I didn't jump the gun there and do something, because even though that really was how you were feeling in that moment, what about in like 5 moments from now when you're not feeling things at that intensity anymore, but then you're stuck with the choice that you made, you know, like that type of thing. So this is like cool off, or just like don't make any sudden moves or any sudden choices right now, because this is ensuring that you're not going to stay like feeling it this way at this intensity in this framework later on. It shows that it's going to shift, shows that there's going to be a migration of sorts. That word specifically coming through, like there will be more of an unfolding. Some of you, this is going to come through a conversation that you have, or there's going to be added information that you will be receiving that you don't have now. You'll be happy that you waited. Okay. I'm seeing this for sure, all right? In the most obvious of ways. Yes. Okay. You will feel like you get the best outcome possible by not making any sudden moves. There is going to be like either a conversation that happens or you coming across something, like more is going to be added. Information, facts, conversation, like that type of thing. And you will feel really happy. I'm getting confirmation of that. You will feel very, very happy that you did not do something earlier on in this, okay? Anything else about this? You will get the best outcome doing things this way. So just hold tight for now. This is one of those moments where like you may want to do something right now if you're like in the midst of feeling this, and then like later on when you have that conversation or when you acquire that piece of information, you'll be like so relieved that you played it cool for now. When I say play it cool, I mean it doesn't mean like don't pretend you're not feeling how you're feeling. It just means don't make a judgment call now and then make a decision. Like it's not the time to be doing that yet. Hanged Man is saying like hold off, like put that off. Don't do it yet. You'll be happy that you waited. Okay. It seems to like there's going to be an expression of how you're feeling eventually, but you may not want to do that yet. Okay, so this is coming from a situation that's feeling difficult right now. You can feel hurt by something, hurt about something that has impacted you, and right now you're feeling a lot of that. I'm seeing that this is eventually going to be expressed, but not yet. Meaning you haven't grasped all of how you're feeling yet, and you want to wait until like all of it comes through. You know, it's like sending a text message and then there's like more of a thought, so you send more, and then there's more of a thought and you send more, and there's more of a development and you send more. It's like waiting to do all of that until you feel like you have all of it and you're seeing all of it. And how you'll know the difference too between when you're ready versus when you're not is that when you're in a space where you feel like activated in some way or like elevated or ungrounded, you're gonna feel like I should say this now, I should do that now, and it can be like this back and forth. It can be kind of frantic, it feels sort of chaotic, it can feel like all or nothing, like very black and white. And when you get to a place where you feel grounded, when you're like seeing the big picture, you feel like you can very effectively communicate, and that you're clearly seeing things so you can properly articulate what it is that you want to communicate. So you're like, I have a good bearing, a good understanding of my feelings right now. And so I'm then going to be able to like confidently and effectively communicate that in a clear way where there can be a conversation about that. But I am seeing too that like maybe somebody took something a wrong way. I'm not saying that you're not feeling the way that you're feeling, but based off of what I'm seeing here, having Neptune can say like you may not have all of the facts. There can be something that was misinterpreted. Somebody could have also said something in a different way than they meant it. You know, like these types of things can happen. So you don't want to like take something and then say it and then something shifts a bit and you're like, I shouldn't have said anything, because now if I knew then what I know now, I would have handled that differently. This is like before you have to get to that point, like back it up a little bit here. So that doesn't have to happen. This is like a preventative measure. And don't get me wrong, you are going to be communicating what you're feeling, but it's going to be the appropriate time to be doing that. And it's going to be coming from a genuine space too. Conversation is going to help clarify things. How about that? Okay. Something important is coming to light, something that had not come to light before. I'm going to clarify one of the cards here. I'm hearing the word conference. I'm seeing Gemini and Leo here. This feels like not ruining something just because of having stuff that's subconsciously going on. Because I'm seeing Seven of Swords here, which can be like misinformation. It can be like not being aware of something. Stuff is definitely going to come to light. I do feel like there's initially a feeling of some type of betrayal, or you not being, for those of you that you're identified with the King of Cups, you can feel like a sense of betrayal that you weren't told something initially, that something was held or kept from you, that like something shady was going on, something along the lines of that. But this can also be like an activation of a wound that's already present too. And I'm getting as well with Hanged Man here, something is not as it seems. So you don't want to do, you know, when like you think somebody does something and then you accuse them and it wasn't exactly how you thought it was, and then you look like what you look like for sort of accusing them, you know, it's going to be one of those types of situations. I'm getting like definitely stuff that is not all made clear. So do not jump on something and be like attacking another person because of it. This is somebody that you're close with, I'm seeing. This isn't just some random person. You have like a routine type of relationship with this person. There's somebody that you regularly interact with. Yeah, I get the feeling of something, could have felt like something was being kept from you. Or that somebody like tried to hurt you on purpose or something like that. Or that there was a lack of transparency. Let me actually... Can we get anything more on like what this actually is? Because this can also be like... It doesn't even have to be those things. This can be like I felt hurt about the way that I interpreted something, and then I did something that I potentially would regret. I'm not saying you've done this yet, but I'm seeing potentially the trail of where this could lead. Is I'm standing here in my feelings, something happened, I interpreted it in a way that I feel hurt by that, and now I'm gonna do something that I feel like is motivated by my shadow. And then I'll find out that I misinterpreted something and now I really regret doing that. And this is again like what you're being saved from doing. So that's why this is coming through. It's like, it's about having the strength to work with yourself and a part of you that may want to like do something that's out of alignment and out of character because you're feeling hurt and you being told not to do this. Because I'm telling you, with Neptune being here, it's something where you will be convinced that you know what it is, and then you end up like you get some, even like a tiny piece of information that switches everything all around, and you're like, oh, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I reacted like that. And it'll be one of those moments that you can't really take back, so you don't want to do that. And it will be something that will be damaging to your relationship as well. Where it's like, if you do that, then this person can look at you and be like, I don't trust you now, you know? Or like, why did you do that? It will be something that, again, will just be damaging to the relationship. Even though you could have felt like they're the ones that did it first or whatever. But I'm telling you, with Hanged Man here, it's like there's something that hasn't been told or something that will clarify things where the way that you initially think it is, it's not actually like that. So you have to wait, and you'll be glad that you did. Do not react in any type of way that you feel like goes against your personal code of how to handle yourself in a relationship. Okay? That's the advice here for this. Yes, do not send your energy on some type of shadow mission here. Feels like it would like take things down a road that you would not actually want them to go down. Yeah, I'm seeing Leo come out here strongly, and I said Gemini too. I'm also seeing Gemini. Having a conversation about expectations can be helpful in this situation, maybe a place to start. Something can feel like I don't know how this is possibly going to work, or like this is the worst thing that could have happened, or like what are we going to do now, or you can feel kind of hopeless. But I'm getting that like everything is not as it seems. Definitely, okay? Everything is not as it seems. Wait until things are clarified. Don't make a move yet. And for those of you that you may have already, just own up to whatever this is. I'm not seeing it necessarily get that far, but just know if there's a temptation for you to do something where like you would know, if you really check in, you'd be like, that's motivated by my shadow right now. If you really check in and you feel yourself going in that direction, just recognize that it's not something where like behaving like that is not something that's going to satisfy what you're looking to satisfy, and that you're to take this and to ground your energy and not be reactive here, and that you can use your energy to channel it into something where you can communicate in a balanced way and a clear way, like the facts of how it is that you're feeling and why you're feeling the way that you're feeling in a diplomatic type of way, okay? Again, there can be something that was misinterpreted that has to do with intentions, and you can feel like it's like, how could somebody have misinterpreted that? But I'm telling you, it's not all as it seems, and you'll be happy that you didn't respond to this in a way that you'll be like regretting. And know that like even if you were on point with what you were interpreting, doing something that's motivated by your shadow is also not going to get you to where you're trying to be at as well. So you can be like, this is going to be satisfying to like say that back to them, and then you do it, and then you're like, why did I do that? I was just being reactive, you know? So it's about working with that part of yourself. This is the part of yourself that has healthy coping strategies. You're working with the part of yourself that can withstand feeling the whole spectrum of everything that you feel, however mild or intense it is that you're experiencing, and then not ruining things because of it, you know, not doing things that are damaging and destructive because of it, but to work with these very intense, very like highly feeling emotional parts of yourself, and be able again to like withstand that and be able to ground that energy, to center that energy, and then move through it with a sense of confidence, because you feel like you're the one that's in control rather than your subconscious energy that's over here doing things and making moves. Okay? All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.